advantages because they connect quickly to the Mongol trade area. Precious wood. Precious wood. We got a precious wood. Oh, you're a precious wood dealer. Now, when you have more time, I have students do a whole bunch of research and come in and do an oral report, which is always kind of fun. And they come in and they go, here's some pictures of my precious wood, and it's awesome and so forth, and it's really cool, and it's better than that guy's stuff, my competitor, so trade with me because his stuff is going to break, and it stinks, and it's full of disease. I mean, that's what competitors do sometimes. I don't know. Or literally, like somebody will come in and, I don't know. Anyway, it's just fun. Exotic animals from Uganda, from Africa. Oh, exotic animals for all kinds of various different purposes. You are now the dealer of that. From Russia. Do you know what is from Russia? I'll give you a clue. Sometimes you get little like mosquitoes and so forth and the tree sap hardens and it's called amber. Yeah, it's really pretty. From Ghana in Africa. You need this for life. You mix it in with all your foods and it's good for you. And what is it called? It's called salt. Very good. You're a salt dealer. From Sweden, you get this mineral out of the ground and you can make really powerful things with it. What do you think it is? It's iron. Okay. So you're a Swedish iron dealer. You have an option if you want. Anybody like, I also want to be a Mongol horse dealer. Like, oh, look at that snap. We got competition. I wonder who's going to make more money in this game. Do we want a precious wood dealer? You don't have to. I've got more. I've got different ones. Hang on to that, okay? From India and other places, but India, jewels. Precious jewels. We got a rock dealer, okay. From China, lots of different things from China, but this is a beautiful thing you can carve. Jade? Do you want to be a jade dealer? All right. You got to do something. All right, here we go. From England, another metal. Tin. It's not that exciting. Most of you are like, I don't know, tin, that sounds really boring. From Japan, you take the iron and you smelt it and you bend it and you sharpen it and it becomes a sword. You want to be a sword dealer? Okay, you're a sword dealer. You're a swarthy sword dealer. Who doesn't have an item yet to trade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here we got some more. From Georgia, in the Caucasus region right here, silver. Okay, you're a silver dealer. From Persia, beautiful, ornate, handcrafted carpets. Oh, now we got some repeats. All right. You either pick one. I'm going to say this again. You either pick. Who hasn't got one yet? Bing, 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 and bing. All right. Jewels from India. Jade from China. Okay, you're a jade dealer. Are you the only? Are you the only jade dealer? Wasn't there another jade dealer? No, you're the only jade dealer. Precious wood from Indonesia. You're like competition. There's going to be some competition. Jade from China. Tin from England. Okay, you'll take the tin from England. It's boring, but it's essential for all kinds of various different purposes. Carpets from Persia. Which one is it? Oh, he doesn't really care. All right, I think you're the last one. Wood, jade, jewels. You got jewels. All right. Okay, we're going to get started with this. We're going to skip the part where you have to do all the homework and do the reports and so forth in the class, although that actually is pretty cool, but that does take some time. So we'll get right to it. On the right-hand corner, write your name. On the right-hand corner, write your name. This is the first time I've done this way. We're doing the Mongol trade game in your seats. We're like missing a critical component of the whole purpose of this game, which is physical interactivity. Because if you look over here on the thing, you're going to write down like the name of the item and the person and so forth that you trade with in round one. And then people are always like, what does it mean enjoyed or passed on? Well, when we get to the part where we actually pull a card to determine whether or not you live or die from the Black Death, having had contact you didn't know with somebody who was carrying the Black Death, that determines, that gives you kind of that lesson. Does that make sense? So if it's somebody doing a lot of trading and so forth, their likelihood of catching the Black Death goes up or down. I mean, usually I make it clear. In fact, one year I remember there was one girl who was like, I don't want to get the Black Death and die. I mean, what does it look like if you get the Black Death? I mean, the plague? Oh my gosh. Sorry. They're like, don't look. That's somebody with modern plague and so forth. It's nasty, right? You got all these pock marks and so forth, and I mean, that's like dead tissue. And I used to like scare people and go, oh, well, that's like in the past. That's a thing in the past, or maybe some part of the world that doesn't have really proper sanitation or medication and so forth. Idaho. They actually found animals and stuff, squirrels, that were infested with the plague south of Boise. You're like, ooh, wow. I mean, we're going to have no, I mean, it really didn't. This used to be like, woo, watch out, pandemic, plague, and so forth. Now we're like, we got a plague of sorts already. Ooh. So, but I mean, it still exists in the world. Okay? So, yeah, we won't put that image up there because that's nasty, isn't that? That's nasty. Ugh. Yeah. Scary stuff. Try to warn you. So, but yeah, that's where it is. If you end up dying and so forth, then your family continues the business and so forth. All right? So, here's what we're actually going to do. And we'll get started on this. This is kind of fun. You guys are like, yeah, I want to do this game. I want to see if I live or die. We'll put your names up on the board and everything like that. No? Or are you like, oh, this is just too dark? You want to do it. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do in round one. Let's see how well this works. Because in round one, typically I would say, okay, everyone get ready, come in the middle, and then we're going to do round one and pair up with somebody. How many people got? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. 14. This is going to be easy. All right? Okay? The goal, obviously, now wait a minute. Is there competition? Raise your hand if you have competition. Who's your competition? What are you dealing with? Where's the other jewel dealer? Who's got better jewels? Me. Who's got better horses? Tell me about her horses. Smack talk begins. Oh, you going to start? Or do you want to let her start? You'll let her start. Wow, there we go. It doesn't take much before this boom. Who's got better jewels? Raise your hand if you got better jewels. Well, that was quick. Why are your jewels better than his?
His are bad and mine are good.
Oh, bad and good. All right. I love those those characteristics. Yours is a nice jewel. His is a mean jewel. Oh, you're going to be like, I don't know, Walmart's got good prices, and they've been doing pretty good as a business and so forth. What do you mean by Walmart jewels? Oh! All right, you going to take that? You're just going to take that lying down? The competition is like smack talking and saying you got fake jewels. What about it?
I've got real jewels.
Oh! So we're going to have to do some testing. Okay. So anyway, this is the fun part of it because actually, raise your hand if you're like, I have no competition and I can trade in every single round and my competitors aren't going to cause a problem for me. That's right. And so this is the thing, lack of competition sometimes gives you better opportunities. All right, so here's what you're going to do. We'll actually get started on this because this is kind of fun. I don't want you guys to miss out on that. We'll continue this next time as well. But let's see if we can go through round one. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look around and make eye contact, all right? It's kind of like I don't know if you're into the Harry Potter movies, right, where they're trying to make dates for the big ball. You know what I'm talking about? And the Weasley brothers, you know what I'm talking about? And they're doing studying thing, and one of the Weasley, I forget if it was Fred or George, right? And he's like, you, me, dance, boom. And an agreement was made. They didn't have to say any words, and they weren't even close to each other and so forth. That's kind of what I'm asking you guys to do. Look around, and in round one, do you guys know each other's names pretty well? I mean, that's always a challenge for me. I mean, this helps me to know names and so forth. And if you need to, you can speak. In round one, what I'd like you to do, when I say round one has begun, I want you to make an agreement verbally. This is going to be crazy. Verbally with somebody, and then write down their name and what their item was. You think you can? I'm going to see if this even works. You think you can? Just one person for round one. Obviously, you two are not going to trade with each other because you both got horses. You want something different. We'll get to that idea of something different a little bit more later on. And you don't trade jewels for jewels. All right, you guys ready? Do you understand enough? Let's see how this works. Go ahead. Make a deal with one other person.
Hi. Do you want to trade?
We just need one trade for round one.
Okay. Are you going to write my name down?
Because they're trying to get your attention.
Wait, time. What is your stuff again?
This is crazy. Okay. Hold your hand up if you haven't made a trade yet. Talk to each other.
Hey, Ty. Where are you from? School.
Don't worry about that part yet.
Do you want some jade?
That's the part where we find out whether you caught the Black Death and died or not. Okay, Kylie, did you? Or what am I saying? Jordan, did you make a deal that first round? Round one. Okay. All right. Let's have it quiet. Very good on that one. Raise your hand if you raise your hand if you didn't make a deal in round one. Raise your hand if you don't have the information as far as what their name is and what you just traded with them. The key thing is the item, but most important is the person, because that's where it's going to come up as far as the Black Death, the person. Shall we continue this? Because I want to go through at least a few more rounds, and then we'll do like the Black Death cards and whether you live or not and so forth. Sound fun? Shall we do that? Okay, an abbreviated version of this book is things work. I know it's time. Speaking of, I'm trying to be aware of the clock, right? So no, we're not going to do any more rounds. We're going to pause at this point. I'm going to turn this